What up? What up? What up? What's going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. We are live. What's going on, man? How's everybody doing? Hope your week has been profitable, progressive, right? I'm trying to use some new educated, astute type of words. So hopefully your week has been profitable and progressible. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, man, we back. Appreciate everybody tapping in as always in the comments. Tap in. Let me know where you're tapping in from. If this is your first time to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. It's the cost of admission for the live stream. Also, hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. It helps our content get out to a wider audience. For those of you who are new to the channel, if you're new to the streams, we're here every week, 8 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. My name is Audrey Truesdale. I am the owner and founder of Carolina's Business Credit Alliance. And essentially, our goal is to help make the business funding process easy and streamlined, right? So we help entrepreneurs get access to capital using a simple 5-step process to start, grow, or fund your business. So that is my mission. That is the mission I am on with this channel, with this program, with the Carolina's Business Credit Alliance, everything that we do in regards to business credit. So again, tap in. Let me know where you're tapping in from. I've been having some great calls this week. The strategy calls this week have been awesome. Like literally, you guys are, man, y'all light years ahead of where I was when I came out the gates with my business. Talked to a young lady today, looking to buy some multifamily real estate. So she's looking for funding for that. So we booked a call to kind of discuss our options. And who else, man? We're talking a lot of startups, a lot of people just getting started, wanting to know the basics of funding. So that's been dope. Let's check out these comments again. Also, if you want to book your free strategy call, make sure you text the word free to 980-825-4360. Again, that's free, the word free to 980-825-4360. And on these free strategy calls, essentially what we do is we walk you through an easy way to build out your tier 2 profile. We're going to talk about how to build out your profile tonight. That's step 4 that we're talking about tonight, how to build your business profile. Okay. So we're going to show you how to build out your business profile. And also we're going to talk about an easy way to streamline that, but on the actual free strategy calls, we can help you with whatever challenges you have. It's a free call. You know, it's no cost. You can leave your wallet at home, in your car, in your pocket. It's no cost, right? I had a lady today that, you know, she said, so how much is this call again? I said, this is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything. So again, you know, make sure you text the number, set up your free strategy call, and take advantage of these calls because, you know, normally these calls are paid consultations, but we just feel like right now with the way things are going, you know, a lot of people in the business credit space, they're confusing people. They making it very hard and difficult to get access to information. So we just want to be a resource to those who, you know, are looking to build business credit, interested in getting funding, and want to just know the basics. Okay. So essentially that's what we're working on, building out a community, right? I don't want to just be the only one getting funding, getting approvals, right? I want to build out a community, an army where we can go out here collectively and go to banks, go to, you know, fintechs, wherever we're trying to get capital from and get approvals, right? That's the goal that we on, man. So shout out to everybody in the chat. What's going on, K-Tex? What's happening? Mint Hill. All right. Mint Hill in the building, right in my backyard. What's going on, Mint Hill? For sure. Santana in the building. Niner gang. We took an L Sunday, but we're going to bounce back. My guy, Elwood, what's going on, brother? Hope you're feeling better, man. Elwood, Queens, New York is in the building, man. We definitely got to tap in, Elwood. I'm setting it up, man. I think top of the year, man, we're going to try to do a tri-state meetup. We're going to do Jersey. I talked to a guy today in Jersey. Talked to another young lady in Queens today. So, yeah, we're going to try to set that up, Elwood. Love and Wellness Spa in the building. Shout out to Love and Wellness Spa. Shonda, let us know where the Love and Wellness Spa is, what your website is, so we can all support. So, type that in the chat. Let us know how we can support the Love and Wellness Spa. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Charlotte in the building. Home City, Queen City. I already know what them Hornets gonna do this year, man. I think we're gonna at least get to the second round. I think we'll at least get in the second round this year. I think we're gonna get to the second round. The Hornets, I think we got it. LA looking strong though. LA looking, boy, yeah, they might win the first 25 games, man. The way the Lakers looking, I don't know. It ain't even fair what kind of team they got, man. But it is what it is. Tamika, what's going on? Congratulations, you got that $7,500 Navy Federal approval. So congrats to you. I told y'all every week we getting approvals. Every week. It's just not a game, man. This is real facts, people. I come on this channel, I give you the real. I don't sugarcoat nothing. We keep it all the way a buck on here. So every week, I think we're gonna keep this trend going. My man Santana said we're gonna keep it going, man. He from the Trey Foe. You know anything about the Trey Foe? They don't play no games. So yeah, we definitely gonna tap in. But every week, man, we getting approvals. Somebody today just got a BP MasterCard. So it's what I do. JB, what's going on, my brother? What's going on? H-Town. Okay, we're gonna have to do something at H-Town too, man. I've never been to Houston, bro. I only been to the airport, man. But me and my wife was talking about Houston, so we're gonna tap in Houston for sure. Maybe set up a little, maybe we won't even announce it. Maybe just do like a pop-up meetup or something, man. You know what I mean? Something like that, man. We'll definitely try to make our rounds. I definitely want to get out there to H-Town, though, man. Hopefully everything is well and lovely in the H-Town. What up, Danielle? ATL. Love Atlanta. Second home, man. Home of the largest NFL football stadium. I think y'all got it, Danielle. I think the Falcons got the largest stadium. Even though the Rams might have something to say about that. I think I'm gonna have to do what I said. I'm gonna have to go ahead and I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and go to both home games. So I'm gonna have to go to a Falcons Rams game in Atlanta, and I'm gonna have to go to a Falcons Rams in LA. So everybody that's watching this on the replay, if you're in LA, let's link. My man Ty Capital, if you out there, let's link. We can do either or. We can do the Chargers or the Rams. They both play in the same stadium. Well, maybe they play on different days. Maybe the Rams play on Monday night and the Chargers play on Sunday, so we could get a 2-for-1. Ooh, see how I just did that? Okay. We're going to get into it tonight, man. So tonight we're talking about step 4 of our 5-step process. For those of you who have been following along in the whole step-by-step process, remember, step 1, we form the business. We told you how to actually form your LLC so you can stop paying all these people $300 to create an LLC. Now, I'm not knocking nobody hustle. But you don't have to pay to create an LLC. We showed you a freeway, Inc. for free. They'll do it for you. All you have to do is set up pay the state filing fee, right? So we talked about how to form the business. Week 2, we talked about how to actually make your business bank compliant. That is the most critical step in this whole process. That's why it's step number 2 after you form the business, okay? Step number 2, you want to make sure that your business is bank compliant. All right, step number 3, which we talked about last week. So you have to go back to last week's live stream where we talked about how to list your business, right, for free. We talked about Google My Business. We talked about Yelp.com. We talked about YP.com. And then we also talked about 411.info. Okay. I like 411.info. You can also do List Yourself. You can do Yext, YEXT as well. And again, if that's confusing or if you're not quite sure how to set all of this up, just text the word free to 980-825-4360. Book your free strategy call, and we can walk you through all of this that we're talking about, this whole 5-step process. We can have a whole conversation about it to make sure you're clear on every step and how to execute, okay? The name of the game is execution. It's not just getting on these live streams, listening to me talk, Going to these everybody's Facebook group. Everybody has a group on business credit, right? Everybody's teaching business credit. Everybody has a Facebook group, Instagram page. Everybody's a guru, but at the end of the day, are they helping you execute? Are they helping you execute? That's what you got to ask yourself. Is the information that they're giving me something that I can apply today, right? Everything we talked about through this whole 5-step process, you can apply immediately, right on the live stream, literally. Had people get on Opus on the live stream. I think, Danielle, it was you, matter of fact, on the live stream and look up a virtual office for Opus. Last week, we had people setting up their Google My Business on the live stream, okay? This is not fluff. This is not, me just getting up here as a talking head, trying to talk in circles, confuse you. None of that. We ain't, this is a no cap zone. All right. Everything we do over here, we walk what we talk. All right. So let's get that understood. But with that being said, step 4 tonight, we're going to talk about how to build out your business profile. All right. We're going to talk about that, man, because it's important. Okay. We're going to give you guys some trade lines, and we're gonna actually talk about some different ways that you can build your business profile in as little as 60 days. Okay. And so what I need everybody on the live stream to do is, if you have not yet built business credit, or if you are interested in learning the steps to build business credit, I'm gonna put in the chat a free resource for you. Okay. All you need to do, go to 80paydexcheatsheet.com. And what this link essentially does, 80paydexcheatsheet.com. We're gonna go through this tonight, but essentially this is a cheat sheet that me and my team we created. We came up with it because a lot of people, caught wind of the whole 80 paydex and 60-day strategy, the whole how to set up 2 nav accounts, the whole gist of that whole strategy via I think my second live stream I ever did. That was the one that kind of blew up and went viral, so to speak, originally, before, the Erica Williams. Shout out to Erica, man. She's so dope. Every week I got to shout her out, man. Classic Clown blog. Make sure y'all tapping in with Erica, man. She bringing that fire. Everything, all the content is dope. I'm gonna have to get on a podcast. We're gonna start a podcast. We're gonna take this thing global, y'all. I think we're gonna take this thing global, but nonetheless, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna show you guys an easy way to streamline your business and business profile. Okay. So with that being said, tonight let's talk about, and again, 80paydexcheatsheet.com, 80paydexcheatsheet.com. That is a free cheat sheet resource with all the links that we're going to cover tonight, right? We're going to show you guys how to get an 80 paydex in 60 days tonight, okay? So tap in, let's get to it. I'm going to bring that down. Also, before I get started, I didn't change the Facebook group, but I did change the name of the Facebook group. So now, instead of Carolina's Business Credit Alliance, it is the Business Credit Builders Group. And I got to change this. So this is not correct. All right. It is, let's see if I can change this. Business Credit Builders Group. All right. So this is the actual Facebook group now, Business Credit Builders Group, CBCA Network. So you could type in CBCA Network and pull it up, or you could just type in Business Credit Builders, and I'll even put the Facebook link here in the chat for those of you. Also, if you want to come on a live stream, if you want to tap in with me, whether you're in the Facebook group, I'm streaming to the Facebook group as well. If you want to come on a live stream, just cam up and we got you. All right. So here's the link in the chat to the free Facebook group. So tap in, let us know you're there, and bring questions. My man Johnny said Carolina, period. Yeah. Typically, yeah. Mint Hill in the building. Danielle. Yeah, that was Danielle. She said she said her virtual office up on the live stream. See what I mean? Y'all think I'm lying. Y'all think I'm playing. What's going on, Miss Lovin? ATL. Welcome. Atlanta. Always got love for the A. Second home. Home of the best Magic City chicken wings on the planet. Shout out to my OG Ramon. Also, real quick, before we even get rocking and rolling, if you have not, I don't know where you've been, you must have not been tapped into these live streams the past few weeks. If you have not registered for the collaboration tour, my homeboy, my big bro, somebody, a mentor to me, Ramon Tukes, is having a collaboration tour. It's going down right now. For some reason, Instagram is hating on me. So he's doing a collaboration tour. I think this week they will be in Detroit. So Detroit, you are up. Detroit, you are up. Yes. So here we go. All right. So Detroit is in the building. I need you guys to come out to the collaboration tour. I need you to show up and show out. Okay. Need you to show up and show out. All right. So again, my OG, my big bro, Ramon Tukes, Saturday, October 2nd, this coming Saturday. And look at this lineup. First of all, Ramon by himself is a he's a wealth of knowledge. That's just OG, man. He 25, damn near 30 years in the game of real estate. He done every type of real estate deal, wholesale, developments, fix and flips, buying holds, apartment buildings now. He doing commercial real estate. OG solidified, man. Shout out to the A. Shout out to Atlanta, man. East Atlanta. but Detroit, I need you guys to come out, show up, show out. Collaboration tour. It's going to be doors open at 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right. The event starts at 9 a.m. Okay. So make sure you're there. Make sure you show up and show out. For everybody that's in North Carolina watching this on the replay, or if you're in North Carolina on the live stream on Thursday, October 14th, I will be in the building for this collaboration tour. I would love to meet as many of you guys as I possibly can. So make sure you register for the collaboration tour, okay? All you need to do to get registered is go to thecollaborationtour.com. It's right here on the screen. Thecollaborationtour.com, okay? So register for the collaboration tour. It's the best investment you're going to make in 2021, honestly, especially if you're trying to get into the real estate game. I mean, the lineup is crazy, right? We got Miss Dana, the queen of business funding herself. I got to get her on the live one day. We're gonna see if we can get Miss Dana on the live. But just look at this lineup, man. This lineup is crazy, bro. Like, they got Ken from Detroit, Earn Your Leisure. We got my man Brian, tax strategist, Asia Denson, construction guru, right? Well, I don't want to say guru, but she's a vet. She a vet in the game, man. I got a good relationship with her. You know, shout out to Asia Denson, Denson Construction Services. I am Dana Christian. You know what I mean? Just the queen of business funding herself. You can't go wrong, people. You just tap in. You know, make sure you tap in. ATL is in the building. Shonda Pickett. Yeah, type in the chat. Type that website in the chat. Chicago. Man, I love the shot. Man, I love the shot. That's like, I know Atlanta my second home, but I don't know. If I was to move somewhere, it would probably be Chicago. I don't think my wife gonna let me move to Chicago though. I don't think she's going for that. But yeah, shout out to the Shy, man. West side of the Shy. That's why I was holding it down. All right. And lastly, Takira shouting out from Georgia. The Georgia Peaches is in the building. Let's get it. All right. My man Jay from Nashville. Right on, right on. All right, family. So here's the deal. All right. So here's the deal. This is week 4, right? So everything we've been doing up until this point, we've just been kind of building and building and building, right? So essentially, at this point, we've already established our business. So we formed our business. That's step number 1. We formed our business, whether that's LLC, S Corp, C Corp, whatever the case may be, whatever business entity that we have decided to establish, we've already set up our business entity. Okay, that's step number 1. Step number 2, we need to become bank compliant. When we say we're bank compliant, that means we have a website. That means we have an email with domain name. No Yahoo, no Gmail, no Hotmail. We need an email with a domain name. We need a local phone number. Sometimes we need a fax number. We need a physical location, no iPostal. We need a physical location. Remember, week 2, you have to go back and catch the live stream. But in week 2, we talked about shared office spaces, okay? That's what we're aiming for when we talk about physical location, shared office spaces, okay? Think WeWork, think Venture X, think Regis Spaces, all right? So we cover our bases there. So that's being bank compliant. Last week, we talked about listing our business. So now we list our business on Google. We list our business on 411.info, Yelp.com, free. Showed you how to do that. Maybe want to go back and catch the live stream we did last week. And then we also talked about YP.com, yellowpages.com. Those are 4 free ways to actually list your business. Now, if you want an easier way, you can pay for a service like Manta or Yext, Y-E-X-T, Manta or Yext.com, okay? All right. So, oh, yeah, Miss Dana is an absolute beast. Yeah, man. Miss Dana is so dope, man. So humble and just, whew, Miss Dana, she the truth. She the truth. Like, we bow down to you. Oh man, what's going on, Jazz? All the way from I think is that Trinidad? I'm gonna have to ask Rev, man. I think that's right. I think that's the right flag. I could be wrong, Rev. But nonetheless, man, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you being on the live stream, my brother. What's going on? Georgia be repping, man. I don't know, my Carolina people. I don't know. Georgia, man, they might be getting us right now. All right. I knew that was, I thought that was right. All right. Cool, man. So welcome, Rev. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Hopefully you're going to get some value tonight, man. So we're going to get into it, right? So this is step 4 of the 5-step process, okay? So again, just to recap, step 1, you form the business. Step 2, you want to make sure you bank compliant. Step 3, you want to make sure that you list your business, okay? And then step 4, you want to establish small vendor trade lines, right? AKA build your business credit profile. Now, the whole purpose of this building this business profile is because 80% of business lending is going to revolve around your personal credit, right? So 2 weeks from now, we're going to get into how to actually structure your personal credit, right? We're going to get through the 5-step series. And then the first week after that, we're going to talk about how to structure your personal credit. Okay. So we're going to get into it. We're not going to leave you hanging, right? We're going to take this thing one day at a time, 1 week at a time. All right. So what you want to do in this step, though, you want to streamline the process. Okay. So again, in order to streamline the process, what me and my team did is we created the 80 Paydex cheat sheet. So you can go to www.80paydex cheat sheet. So I will put the link in the description below. But essentially, this cheat sheet, what we're going to talk to tonight, is an easy way, and I mean easy way, to go ahead and build your business profile in 60 days or less, right? You can see scores in as little as 60 days or less. Okay. I've had people DM me and didn't even know they had a Paydex score just by following the information. Okay. Literally, I can show you guys where people have reached out to me and set up their profile. Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up in the DMs. We'll pull it up. But nonetheless, people, we're gonna get into it tonight, man. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna show you how to build out your business profile in 60 days or less. Okay. So that's the goal for tonight. Now, essentially, the reason why this step is step number 4 in our 5-step process is because some banks, not all, do look at the business profile to make sure that everything you listed on the Secretary of State matches with what's listed on Dun & Brad, matches what's listed on Experian. Okay. Everything that you put on the application must match what's on the business profile. Because remember, when you fill out a business app, when you fill out a personal credit card, right? So if you fill out a American Express personal card, right? They're only pulling your personal credit score profile. Excuse me. So that's your either Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, right? So there you're putting your name, your date of birth, your social security number, your address, typically how your income, you fill out, your address, all of that stuff. Well, essentially what has to happen with a business application is they check your personal credit, right? So they ping, whatever bureau they pull. It could be Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian for personal. but then they also may ping the business profile. Now, what tends to happen is, let's say if you skip this step, you listed your business, let's say you listed your business, let's say you bank compliant, you got a website, you good to go, but you don't build a profile, right? And let's just say, for instance, you get a Chase Inc. credit card approval. Let's say you get a $10,000-$15,000 Chase approval, right? What tends to happen, and what I've seen with people I work with, clients, students, people, who we work with on a one-on-one basis, is what happens is, once they take the steps to build their profile, right? Once they take the steps to actually build out 4 trade lines on all 3 business bureaus, right? We're going to talk about the 3 bureaus: Business Dun and Bradstreet, Business Equifax, and Business Experian. When they do that, now that $10,000 Chase credit card approval becomes a $25,000 approval, a $30,000 approval. Okay. Because now what you're essentially telling Chase is, hey, not only is my personal credit solid, right? My personal credit is solid, right? I'm at an 850 on the personal side, but I also have business credit established. I have a business profile that shows that my business pays its bills, so they can lend you more money. That's the whole purpose of the building the profile. Okay. Not a lot of people talk about building this profile because it's not sexy, right? You hear a lot of people say, "Oh, just go to Uline. Oh, go to Granger. Oh, go to Quill. Go to Home Depot. Go to Lowe's." Yada, yada. But what are the steps? What do we need to do in between that? How can we streamline that? How do we not spend as much money with these vendors, right? So that we can get out of tier one if that's the goal. Okay, so that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. All right. Um, Again, my guy JB said, I got like 8 business trade lines, but I always tune in just in case to learn something. That's what I'm talking about, JB. Always be a student, man. Always be a student. Also, if you're tapping in the Facebook group, please allow StreamYard to grant StreamYard access so we can see your name in the chat. Make sure you put your name in the chat. All right. And I'm gonna put the link in here before we get started. So for anybody who does want to tap in with me, are you going to hit the live chat with the new car info I hit you about this morning? I'm trying to remember what car that was, Santana, but tap in with me on the live. Let's go live and let's talk about it. Let's chop it up, okay? So we're gonna get into it, right? We're gonna build out our business profile. So what we want to do when we're in this phase, okay? And I'm gonna pull up the cheat sheet. I'm gonna pull it up again. Go to 80paydexcheatsheet.com and make sure you get your cheat sheet. All right. So make sure you get that. It is 100% free. All you have to do is up in the left-hand corner, click make a copy. All right. So let me share my screen and we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about this business profile. We're going to get this funding. That's what we're here for. All right. So again, what you want to do with this cheat sheet is when you go to 80paydexcheatsheet.com, okay, what you essentially want to do is up in the left-hand corner, you want to go up here to the file tab and you want to make a copy. Okay. That's how you can save this file. So you just go up here, make a copy. Okay. And when you make a copy, then you can download it to your Google Drive and you can keep it there so you can have a reference point. Also, in addition to texting the word free to the 980-825-4360, you can also book your free strategy call with this link here. Okay. So feel free to book your free strategy call here. But we're gonna get into this cheat sheet. Okay. Now, the reason for this cheat sheet is to basically give you a Paydex score framework. Okay. See, a lot of people talk business credit, but they don't give you any framework, anything that's tangible that you can execute step by step by step and get results. Okay. I'm all about results. So essentially, with this cheat sheet, you want to obtain an 80 Paydex right now. Again, we'll kind of get into the particulars on another live stream. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds tonight, but essentially, you have 3 business bureaus. Okay, so there's 3 personal bureaus, right? And there's actually more business bureaus, but the 3 main ones we're gonna talk about is Business Dun and Bradstreet, Business Equifax, and Business Experian. Now, you may be saying business Experian, business Equifax. Okay, that's personal, right? No. Personal credit bureaus are Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Okay. So again, when we're talking about personal credit, those come into play. Now, remember, business credit, 80% of it revolves around your personal credit, right? So we're going to have a whole nother live stream where we break down how to actually structure your personal credit. We're going to show you, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 banks, which banks to kind of avoid when you're building your profile. But we're going to do that on another live stream. But essentially, what you're trying to do with this strategy is you're trying to get 4 trade lines on all 3 business bureaus. So that's Dun & Bradstreet, Business Equifax, and Business Experian. You want to get 4 trade lines. That's really all you need. So let's just hypothetically say you have a 750 personal credit score and you say, hey, I'm ready to get some business funding. I'm ready to start building my business profile. You really only need about 4 trade lines to do what I just said, right? To go from a $10,000, $15,000 Chase business credit card approval to a $25,000, $30,000. 4 trade lines is all you need on the business profile. Okay. Now, some of the things you want to keep in mind when you're setting up your business profile is you want to pay attention to your SIC code. Okay. I have a cheat sheet that I'll probably post in the Facebook group. So Business Credit Builders group. Business Credit Builders group. Go to the Business Credit Builder Facebook group. I'm live streaming there as well. And we will basically put a link to some low risk industry codes. So SIC codes and NAICS codes, NAICS codes is what they normally call them. Those can get you denied for funding if you're in a high risk. So you want to pay attention to that on your business profile. Another thing that you want to pay attention to on your business profile is how your name is spelled. Make sure your name is spelled correctly on the business profile and your personal credit profile, right? Because remember, they're pinging both for business. For personal, if you get a Bank of America personal credit card, they're only pinging, the 3 personal bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian. For business, they're going to pull one of those 3, right? So they're going to pull one of the personals, right? And then they're also going to pull the business profile. Now, you have some banks like American Express, U.S. Bank, First National Bank of Omaha. They pull Dun & Bradstreet. Then you have some banks that pull Experian, like Chase, Navy Federal. Then you have some banks for business credit purposes, net 30 vendors, they pull Experian and Dun & Bradstreet. So all of this information that we're putting on this business profile needs to match what you have listed on your Google listings, match what you have listed on your Yelp listings, match what's on the Secretary of State, right? Matches what's on your Dun & Brad profile. All of this has to look the same across the board. That's why last week we told you to list your business before you do this step. List your business before you do the business profile, right? You don't want to get these steps out of order. Form the business, bank compliant, list your business, then build the profile, okay? So essentially what you want to do with this is you want to streamline it, right? So you want to make sure, like I said, that you have your entity file with the Secretary of State. It can be C Corp, S Corp. It really doesn't matter, okay? You just want to make sure that it's filed with the Secretary of State. Now, next, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your EIN number. That is very important. We talked about that in step 1, week 1. We talked about that. So make sure you sign up for your EIN number. You can get it right here. It's in the cheat sheet, irs.gov/EIN. Next, you want to set up your business bank account. It's important that you set up that business bank account because some lenders will make a decision for funding based off of revenue. Stripe, Square, PayPal, they will give you a business loan based on deposits and money that you're bringing into your business. So that's an easy way to get no PG financing, right? Where they don't even consider your personal credit. So make sure you set up that business bank account, right? Get your DUNS number, right? And so essentially what we want to do next is, now that we have our DUNS number, right? The easiest way to build your business profile is with this 2NAV account strategy. Okay. You hear me talk about this. Like I said, I did a live stream back earlier this year, kind of went viral. So you can go back and catch that one on the channel. But this is an updated version of that. Right. So that was in March of 2021. Right. Things change all the time in the business credit space, especially these net 30 vendors. They change their rules every single day. Seem like. Right. At one point, SupplyWorks was tier 1. Now SupplyWorks is more like tier 2. So just that alone, is crazy. But essentially, you can set up 2 NAV accounts. Okay. And the reason why we want to set up 2 NAV accounts is because essentially nav.com, for those who are not familiar to building business credit, right? Nav.com is similar to like the Credit Karma of business credit. Essentially, what nav.com does is they give you your business credit scores and reports, right? With two different paid plans. So, and I'll bring up the two nav account. Excuse me. I'll bring up the nav uh accounts, right? So let's pull this up. Let's get to it. All right, so here. And so let me share this screen. So essentially, we want to go ahead and set up two nav accounts. Okay. And the way that we do this is we want to go to nav and with two separate emails, right? Let me share my screen. Let me get this up and going. What y'all think about this two nav account strategy, man? Y'all let me know, man. Is it clutch? Is it really clutch? So if you see here, we got the profile, the nav account set up. Okay. So when you go to the cheat sheet and you click on the nav tab, right, it's gonna bring up this screen. Okay. And so you can see you have the nav business manager plan. It's $29 a month, but you don't get a trade line for that plan. Okay. Right. You get your reports. I think you get your reports. I could be wrong. Yeah. So you get your full business credit reports, but you don't get a trade line that reports to all three business bureaus. Then next, you have the business boost plan. The business boost plan is $39 a month, and you get a trade line, a net 30 trade line that reports to all three business bureaus. Okay, that's why I love to start the profile with these two nav accounts. And then you have the business loan builder plan. Now, you may be asking, well, what's the difference between the boost plan and the loan builder plan other than the price? The reason why we set up the two nav accounts is because the business loan builder plan, right? It gives you your SBSS score, your small business success score. So if you scroll down, you see here that you get your FICO SBSS score. Okay. Now, this score is highly, highly important because this is a FICO generated score. FICO, right? You see that trademark right there. This is a FICO score. There are not a lot of business credit gurus and experts and people who talk about business credit even mention. And the reason that this score is important because if you think back to the EIDL, just go back last year when people applied for the EIDL loan, a lot of people said, hey, they pulled my personal credit, right? They pulled that Experian profile because the FICO SBSS score is a blended score. It's a blend between your personal experience and your business experience. A personal experience and a business experience blended score. So they take those two scores and they blend them together and they generate a SBSS score, which can range between 100 and 300. Okay. That's why that loan builder plan is important because nowhere else can you get this FICO. You can't go to my FICO and get this score. Right. And it's generated by FICO because most banks don't want you to know about this SBSS score. They really won't tell you when you go in the bank, oh, yeah, we're going to look at your SBSS score. You're like, what? SBS? What is that? That's why this score is important because if you don't know your SPSS score, then you may go into a bank like PNC that uses the SPSS score and you won't even know where you stand with the SPSS score, right? Now, one thing to note with this SPSS score, and this is kind of off topic, typically a good SPSS score for a SBA loan approval, okay? So this is the only time this score comes into play is when you're applying for SBA funding, okay? So you got to have a loan builder plan, right? The $49 plan. Typically a good score, good range for SBA approval, right, is 175. 175 is a good score to walk into, a PNC, a TD bank, or any bank that uses the SPSS score for their lending decision and get approved. All right. So 175 should be your bare minimum goal to get to a 175. All right. In addition to the 175, to get no doc, business lines of credit, business loans, business funding, no doc, no tax returns, no bank statements, you need to be around a 185 to a 198. So write those down, people. 175 for an approval, for a thumbs up. Yes, you are approved. 185 to 198 for a no doc, no tax returns, no bank statements approval. All right, so those are the two thresholds, right? Anything above a 198, you playing with house money when it comes to SPSS score. Now remember, this score ranges from 100 to 300, so the lowest possibly you can have is 100. Okay, now one thing to note, the way that I typically recommend setting up these two NAV accounts is I recommend setting up the business loan builder plan, this plan right here, on a quarterly payment. So I will go here and I will select the quarterly for the loan builder plan. So when you go here and hit select, I would do that plan on a quarterly payment. And the reason being is that, right, we're setting up two NAV accounts. Now you want to set these up with two different emails. Okay. A lot of people ask me, how do you get two NAV accounts? You set it up with two different emails. So it can be two personal emails, it can be two business emails. It just can't be the exact same email. Okay. That's how you set this strategy up. That's how this whole hat, quote unquote, works. You set up one account, the loan builder plan. I recommend paying quarterly. You don't have to do it quarterly. You can do it monthly if your budget is tight. I get it. You may not have the 149 up front. Just go ahead and set up the $49 a month loan builder plan, right? And then with a different email, set up the business boost plan for $39. So either do the loan builder quarterly and the business boost monthly, or just do them both monthly with two different emails. Okay. It has to be two different emails. You cannot use the same email to set this up. All you're going to do, if you get the boost plan with, let's say, abcllc@gmail.com, and then you get the loan builder with that same abcllc@gmail.com, all you're going to do is upgrade to the higher paid plan. So don't use the same email. You need two different emails, right? If you go back to my very first live stream I ever did on this channel, I'll break this down completely. Again, if you need help, if you need a guide with that, just go to 80paydexcheatsheet.com. Everything is laid out in this cheat sheet. Everything we're covering tonight is in the 80paydex cheat sheet, free of charge. Okay. So that's how you set up the two NAV accounts, right? So you want to set up the two NAV accounts, right? Now, remember, the other thing a lot of people say is, hey, I set up NAV, I don't see it reporting. NAV reports on the first of every month. Okay. They report on the first of the month. So NAV will report on the first of the month. All right. So keep that in mind, people. When you get NAV, if you sign up today, you may see a report on Friday, right? Today is the 29th. So you got time. If you're watching this while we're on the live stream, you may want to go ahead and set these two NAV accounts up while we rocking right here. All right. Or just go to the 80paydex cheat sheet. The link to NAV is in there. But you want to set up the two NAV accounts first. Okay. Two NAV accounts, right? After you set up your two NAV accounts, and let me see if I got my hand out. Yeah. So after you set up your two NAV accounts, next you want to set up two gas cards. Okay. Now, if you're in the Business Credit Builders Facebook group, right? If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and sign up. Make sure you answer the entry questions. Please, please, please. It helps us determine that you're not a bot, that you're a real person, that you actually come to engage in the group and offer value to the group by not spamming us. Okay. We're a community. We're not just a Facebook group. We're a real community. We build, we highlight other businesses. We let business owners, get their shine, let people know what they do, what services they provide, who do they serve, right? It's not just me talking your head off about business credit, right? I talk about it enough. My wife's like, shut up. But after you get the two NAV accounts established, next, what you want to do is you want to get two gas cards. Okay. Now, in that first live stream, I used to tell people to set up BP MasterCard. Okay. I still like BP MasterCard. And so for my West Coast people, you would do the ARCO version. Okay. And I'll pull up the link to the ARCO version, right? So the BP MasterCard is the first gas card that I like. And the reason being why I like the BP MasterCard is because it reports to all 3 business bureaus. Remember, we're trying to build out every single profile in a streamlined way. We want to get this done in the least amount of time as possible. Notice I have not mentioned Quill. Notice how I've not mentioned Granger. I have not mentioned Uline yet. Take note. All right. So 2 nav accounts, 2 gas cards. All right. So BP MasterCard is a great business gas card. It reports to all 3 business bureaus. So essentially, this is a BP MasterCard, right? You want the fleet business solutions. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up the actual application. So let's see BP fleet. And when you go to the 80 Paydex cheat sheet, the link for the BP MasterCard is there. It's also in this gas card handout. You can get this gas card list in the free Facebook group. So Business Credit Builders Group, CBCA Network on Facebook. If you are watching this in the Facebook group, then just go to the announcements, go to the files tab. It's in the files tab. You can download it. Again, just right click up at the top, file, and then make a copy. Okay. And you can download it, or you can just download it. Either way. But for my West Coast people, instead of the BP version, right? I'm in the South, I'm in Charlotte. So everybody in Georgia, Florida, Alabama, South Carolina, Virginia, you can get the BP version of this card. But for my West Coast people, Arizona, Vegas, LA, San Diego, you would get the ARCO version. All right. It's the same bank. FleetCor is the bank, right? You would just get the ARCO version because essentially ARCO is on the West Coast. We don't have ARCO here in the South in Charlotte. There's no ARCOs around here. Okay. So you would just get the same card. You would just get the ARCO version. So let me bring this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But again, it's the same bank. It's FleetCor. It's backed by FleetCor. Okay. So it's backed by FleetCor. So that's good, right? And it reports to all 3 business bureaus. Okay. And so that's the beauty of this 80 Paydex strategy, is that you can streamline this in 60 days, right? Like you can literally be on this live stream and get approved for the BP MasterCard or the ARCO MasterCard. Okay. Like it's that simple. All right, set up your 2 nav accounts. Then next you want to set up this ARCO or BP MasterCard, right? So this is the ARCO card. So for all my West Coast folks, everybody on the West Coast, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, of course, California, Washington State, Oregon, Portland, you would get the ARCO. You want the ARCO version, right? And you want the business solution. So remember, it's the business solutions card that we're going after. Okay. And then here you would just apply for an instant decision. Now, there are some, hacks. People say you can put in the information into the application and close it out, put your name, your email, do the first page, and then close it out. And then they email you the link to continue the application and you get approved. You could try it that way. Normally, I just say apply. You really ain't got nothing to lose. It's not like they pulling your personal credit again. This is no personal guarantee. Remember this whole series, how to get 100 grand, no personal guarantee. All right. So I had one young lady in Raleigh. She got approved for a $14,000 BP MasterCard. And then she got approved for a $7,500 Fuel Man card. All right. So that's what we're saying here. You're doing this with no personal guarantee. Personal credit doesn't come into play yet, right? We haven't talked about personal credit. We're going to get into personal credit 2 weeks from today. All right. So, and I'm going to get to the chat. I know I got questions galore going crazy in the chat, but I just want to kind of get through this because this is where the rubber meets the road. Everything that we did up until this point, we've kind of just been kind of on the treadmill. Now we actually driving in the car. We actually behind the wheel, okay, so to speak. So at this point, we're actually going somewhere. Before, everything we did was kind of putting gas in the car, making sure we check the oil, making sure our headlights is clean, making sure we're windshield clean. We ain't really went nowhere yet. We still in the driveway up until this point. Now we in the car and we driving. Okay. So the ARCO MasterCard or BP MasterCard, one of the two. If you're watching this in California, you would do the ARCO version, right? Talked to a lady today in California. I told her, hey, go for the Arco version, okay? And I will update the cheat sheet with the link for Arco. So if you're on the West Coast, just know Arco. If you're in the South, East Coast, BP. All right, so we got that clear. That's gas card number one. That's gas card number one. Now, gas card number two, I like is the Fuel Man card. And again, these are the fleet versions. You want to get the fleet versions of these cards, right? You don't want the personal versions of these cards. You want the Fuel Man fleet version, okay? So when we go to the Fuel Man link, we want the fleet version because sometimes they do have personal gas cards too. Now, the beautiful thing about Fuel Man is all of these are business, okay? So we want the Fuel Man Fleet card. This one right here. Fuel Man Fleet. Now, some people are going to ask me, what about the MasterCard? You can go for the MasterCard, but just be clear that it's a higher chance that they're going to ask for a deposit. Okay? If you cool with paying the $500 deposit, I always err on the side of doing the $500 deposit. Okay? But just know that if you go for that MasterCard, which you can use outside of gas, right? Then you may run the risk of putting up a deposit. They may, ask for a down payment, so to speak. But if you go here, you can typically get this approved with no PG pretty easily. Okay. And again, you would just go here, apply for an instant decision. I'm not sure about this Plus Premium Regular. It says $8 a month for a card, waived for the first 3 months. So just get about 2 cards. I wouldn't get more than 2. You know what I mean? And then see here, late payments forgiveness. This is a no PG gas card that works at multiple pumps. So this can work at QT. It can work at all the BP stations. It can work at the Arco. It's flexible. So Fuel Man has multiple locations nationwide. And I recommend getting the Fuel Man Fleet card versus the WEX card. I used to tell people to get the WEX Fleet card, but WEX is a little more strict now. They're a little more wanting to see a business profile established. Otherwise, they're asking for $500 deposits off the rip. Like even when you fill out the application, you got 12 employees, you spend $10,000 a month on gas. They're not going for that. They're not going for the hacks. WEX ain't going for the hacks. BP, Fuel Man, you may got a better chance, but WEX, they not having it. All right, let me check the chat, man. What we got going on? My man JB said I need to get another one, but I'm gonna listen to how to do the 2 of them. Okay, yeah, definitely, JB. You should tap in with me. I think we did a live stream. How do you get a score? How do you get that score? I think you mean the SPSS score, Shonda. So what you would do is just go to NAV. You want to get the loan builder plan, and when you get the loan builder plan, it'll be in your SPSS score. So you'll see the 4th tab. So you'll see your Paydex score, your experience score, your business Equifax score, and then that 4th column, you'll see your SPSS score. Can you place that link in the chat? For anybody that's on Facebook, you may want to go ahead and join on the YouTube stream. You may want to join on the YouTube stream. I'm not sure how to actually add the link in Facebook. Apologies. I'm gonna fix that though. Again, show enough. Facebook user. We gotta fix that. What's going on, Gary? Blessings, my brother. Blessings. Hopefully you're doing well. What's the website for the cheat sheet? Again, the website for the cheat sheet is 80paydexcheatsheet.com. Tonight, we're talking about how to build out your business profile in 60 days or less. Okay. So remember, 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards, right? So now we're on the gas cards. BP, if you're in the South or the East Coast, Midwest, BP, and then Arco, if you're on the West Coast. Those are the 2. And then Fuel Man, which is on the screen right now. Fuel Man Fleet card. So the one to the immediate left of the screen, that's the one I like the best, the Fuel Man Fleet card, okay? All right, so moving along. Tamika said, yes, got the Arco 2. She ain't playing no game. She got the Navy Federal Platinum. She got the Arco. Every week, approval. Somebody said, good stuff, bro. I cannot, for the Facebook folks, I cannot see y'all's names. Y'all have to allow StreamYard access to your profile. You have to get them access. When you come on the live, it has a little link that says click this link to allow StreamYard access to your profile. Illmatic said, I got the Flying J Pilot 10,000 weekly to use, no PG. Woo. All right, Illmatic, I see you. No business credit reporting yet and got approved. So there you go. Flying J is another one. I just don't like that net 1 day payment, or is it net 7? Tap in with me, Illmatic. Let me know if it's net 7 or is it net 1. Somebody told me it was net 1. I know sometimes the gas cards can be net 7, net 14, or they can be net 30. So that's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that. The BP/Arco MasterCard, the Fuel Man cards, they are net 14, meaning every 14 days you'll get an invoice. So unlike the Ulines and the Quills and the Grangers, which everybody talks about, the gas cards are typically going to be net 14s, meaning every 14 days or every 2 weeks you're going to get an invoice. So use these cards. Like I said, after about the second invoice for the Fleet Core cards, they will report to the bureaus. They report to all 3 business bureaus. So that's key. 2 NAV accounts, all 3 bureaus. 2 gas cards, all 3 bureaus. So that's 4 trade lines right there. We have not even mentioned Granger at all. I still have never used Granger to build business credit. And I'm not saying that don't get Granger. I'm just saying I've never used Granger. I never went to the site and signed up for a net 30. Not saying that Granger is bad, but one thing you got to remember is you want to build this out on all 3 business bureaus because you don't know which one they're going to pull. Like I said, American Express, U.S. Bank, First National Bank, they pull Dun & Bradstreet. Chase, Navy Federal, they pull Business Experience. Synchrony Bank, Sam's Club MasterCard, they pull Experian and DNB. Okay, they pull both, right? And then let's say BB&T, right? For a business credit card, they pull personal Equifax and business Equifax. That's why you need to build all 3. That's why you can do this in 60 days with this strategy, okay? 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards. I'm going to say this to everybody got the 2 NAV accounts and 2 gas cards set up, okay? So 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards. I recommend the BP or Arco if you're on the West Coast, and then the Fuel Man Fleet card. Okay. All right. So just to kind of show you guys some more business gas cards, there are different tiers of gas cards. So one thing about gas cards, the beauty of them, in my humble opinion, is that gas cards you can utilize pretty much every day in your business. Every week you can go to the pump and use it. You don't have to spend money hoping and praying that, I hope Shirtsy reports. Who else? All of these what is it? Credit Strong. People talk about Credit Strong or what's another one that doesn't report that a lot of people talk about? eCredible, that bull crap. Never reported. You don't need eCredible or any of that crap for this strategy. Okay. Because essentially we're trying to get tier 1 established with these 80 paydex strategy, right? 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards. After we get this done, next, the last part of this whole 80 paydex strategy, just to wrap up, is we want to add Summa office supplies. Now, it's 2 reasons why I still like to Summa office supplies at tier 1. Remember what I said. We're building all 3 business profiles: Dun & Bradstreet, Business Equifax, Business Experience, right? But not a lot of vendors report the Business Equifax. We just gave you 4, right? 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards, right? So that's 4, okay? But a solid business profile has about 5 to 7, right? 4 is a solid business profile. But I threw in Summa because it reports the Business Equifax at tier 1, okay? And it offers you a trade reference. Remember, some of these applications ask, do you have trade references, right? So NTB is another one. They ask for a trade reference. Do you have a trade reference, okay? And I know I'm going on. We've been on the live stream for an hour, so I'm going to open it up for Q&A here shortly. But I just want to get through this whole strategy, right? So we got 2 NAV accounts. the business loan builder plan, the business boost plan. Set up the loan builder with a quarterly payment if you can afford it. If not, do them both monthly, 2 different emails. 2 gas cards. Okay. We just covered the gas cards, BP MasterCard if you're in the South, Arco if you're on the West, and then Fuel Man Fleet Card. Now you can do Wex Fleet Card as well. Just keep in mind that they're a little more strict now. Okay. So that's where we kind of got to pivot a little bit. Okay. We got to kind of pivot with this whole thing, right? Things change all the time. In the blink of an eye, Uline may ask for a PG. We never know. Hopefully they don't, because Uline reported to 2 bureaus as well. All right. And then so here's just a list of some more. Like I said, the Fuel Man, Arco is here. Again, you can get this list in the Business Credit Builders free Facebook group. Here's the Wex Fleet Card. Now, the beauty of the Wex Fleet Card, the reason why I personally like it so much is because not only can you use it for gas, but you can use it for travel. So you can book hotels with the Wex Fleet Card as well, right? So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. You can get gas and you can book hotels. Just keep in mind it's a little harder to get. It used to be pretty easy back when I first started. And then also remember, Wex underwrites the Shell card. So you see the Shell for another business. This is the Shell gas card. They underwrite Shell, BP, Valero, 7-Eleven, QT. So when you get that Wex Fleet card, you can use it at pretty much any gas station in any major city in America. All right, and then so Valero is cool, and then you got these tier 2 gas cards. So again, remember with the Sam's Club store card, which I don't have my card on me, but the Sam's Club store card you can get gas at Sam's Club. Remember that, and that reports to Dun and Bradstreet and Business Experience. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. All right. And then just to wrap up, you got the City Exxon Mobil. So that's more of a tier 2 gas card. It reports to Dun and Bradstreet and Experian, I think. I know it reported to my DNB profile. And then you also have the Synchrony Conoco card. Now, the reason why this card is clutch is because this can get you into the Synchrony family. Okay, Synchrony Bank is the bank that underwrites the Sam's Club, MasterCard, and store card, no PG. So if you get this gas card, right, use it. Now you in their system. Now they have some data on you. So when you fill out the application, they have your EIN, they have your DUNS number, right? They don't have to go hunting, doing all this extra, due diligence. So just keep that in mind, family. And then, there's some more gas cards on here. It's about 10 of them. The Conoco, that's the one I just showed you guys. But yeah, you can check this out. It's in a free Facebook group. But just keep in mind, right, with this whole strategy, you want to get 4 trade lines if you're going for bank funding. If your goal is to get a business line of credit from a Chase or Wells or whatever, the local banks, which we're going to get into next week. 4 trade lines is all you need to build a solid business profile. You don't need to pay thousands of dollars. You don't need to go and buy a course. You don't need to do any of that stuff to build a business profile, okay? You don't need to do that. All you need to do is follow this strategy, 80 payday strategy, 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards, okay? It's going to get you where you need to go. Now, if you say, hey, look, I want to build out tier 1. I want to get out of tier 1. Then yes, you will need about 5 to 7 trade lines, right? So in addition to this, after you set up Suma, you can still add Business T-Shirt Club. It reports to all 3 business bureaus as well. You can still add Uline. You can still add Quill. That's 8 on Dun and Brad, right? 7 on Business Experian. I'm sorry. You can also add Sunbelt Rentals, Advanced Auto. Those are 2 that reports to Experian. You can try for Supply Works. That reports to Experian Business also. But Supply Works is tough, man. It used to be a layup. Man. I don't know. Maybe they got burned a lot of times. People just not paying their invoices on time or at all. It is no PG. But yeah, Supply Works was dope. So and what was so clutch about Supply Works is not only did you get the trade line that you can use at Home Depot, but you could get this card and just walk right in Home Depot and get whatever you needed. So yeah, you could try Supply Works though. Just be mindful that you may get denied. If you're a startup, if you've been in business less than a year on Secretary of State, chances are they probably gonna deny you until you build the profile. All right. So that's pretty much that. Let's get into some Q&A. Let's go through the chat. Oh, okay, my man. Let's go back. Wex and Fuel Man deny me. Elmatic, we're gonna have to figure out what they said. It could have been that you didn't have any business credit established. That could be it. Yeah, BP card says I can use it in Vegas, but they charge $2 for any station outside of BP. There you go. She said I have that one, just wanted to know how to build it up. Okay, so that's a good question, Shonda. So essentially, to build up your SPSS, to get, like I said, so there's tiers to it. Well, 175 would get you an approval. Typically, if you had a 700 FICO score, you should be around a 160, 175 SPSS score. If you have 700 on the personal side, you're probably around a 165, 175 range SPSS. Typically, to hit that next round, that 185 to 198, you probably want to be somewhere around 730, 720 FICO. So, and that's experience, Shonda. So check your experience. Typically, if you at a 740 plus, your SPSS score should be around 200. So it's just going to kind of depend on your personal credit. Now, again, it's a blended score though, because your experience is also your business experience profile is factored into that. So the more trade lines you got, the longer you've been in business. When you marry the two, now you're cooking with grease. That's what we say down south. You're cooking with Crisco. All right. Shout out to the dirty, dirty South. Oh, Miss Didi, what's going on? Holding it down for the Carolinas, man. Y'all tap in with Miss Didi Boutte out in Eastern North Carolina, man. Tax strategist, tax professional, highly knowledgeable as well. So y'all tap in with her. She's a member of our free Facebook group. And again, for anybody who needs help, if you say, "Hey, look, man, how do I set all of this up? I'm lost. I'm confused. I really don't know what step to take first." Just text the word free to 980-825-4360. Again, text the word free to 980-825-4360. Set up your free strategy call, right? And we can help you walk through this whole strategy, right? We gave you access to the cheat sheet, 80paydexcheatsheet.com. You can go there and get your cheat sheet. It's absolutely 100% free to help you build out this profile. Okay. So let's get into some more questions, some more comments. I got the Fuel Man and Pilot Dre. I tried for Fuel Man and BP and they told me it was a duplicate app. So they're looking into it. Yeah, that's because Rev, that's a good point. So with Fuel Man and then BP or Arco, it's the same bank. So it's Fleet Core. They all are underwritten by Fleet Core. So probably what happened is you may have submitted both at the same time. That could have been it. But yeah, they should be able to sort that out and get you approved. Like I said, the young lady in Raleigh, she got the BP MasterCard 1 week, then she applied for the Fuel Man the next week and got approved for that. So they probably can work that out for you, Rev. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's see. Illmatic says net 7. Okay, so Pilot J is net 7. You have to link your bank account so they can pull it out. I don't like that. It sounds like Divvy. I don't really like that, but I get it. No PG. Also, just got approved for NTB. Hey, let's go. My boy JT is on fire, man. My man Jay Willie, man. We're gonna have to, hey Jay Willie, man. Come get on the live, man. Y'all don't be scared, man. Come get in this live stream, man. Quit acting like y'all don't want to get in the live. Let's get it, man. I'm gonna put the link to jump in the live stream below, man. So tap in with me. Let's go live, man. Cam up. Let's make it happen. But man, Jay Will, man, you killing it, bro. I'm proud of you, man. You took off like a rocket, bro. Once we had our strategy call, man, you took off like a rocket, bro. Everyone was approved for the Wex card. Let's go. I'm telling you, every week we getting approvals. Let's go. Congratulations, Katina, man. We got a strategy call coming up this week. So hopefully, man, I want to personally congratulate you on our strategy call. But that's awesome, man. Congrats to you taking action. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Miss Danielle said, how much do you need to spend on the gas? It's really no minimum, Danielle. I would say just whatever you spend normally on the gas that you put in your car now, just spend it on that. You know what I'm saying? I know you down in Atlanta, so you could do the BP MasterCard or the Fuel Man. So it's really no minimum, I would say, because they're gonna cut you an invoice every 14 days. So it's a net 14. So let's say you swiped it on the first, your payment is due in full on the 14th. So that's how the gas cards work. But good question though. So let's see, Diane, Miss Diane, we just had our call earlier today. Welcome, welcome. She said, once we apply for the 2 NAV accounts, how long do we wait to apply for the 2 gas cards? You can essentially do it at the same time, Miss Diane. Now, one thing I would caution, because I know we just had our strategy call today, make sure you got your bank compliance stuff out the way before you start applying for all of this. But essentially, if you got your bank compliance set up, you got your business account set up, you got your listings out the way, right? Steps 1, 2, 3. Then you could essentially get the 2 NAV accounts and apply for the 2 gas cards literally at, one after the other. You can do the 2 NAV accounts, get that out the way. And then, right after that, go ahead and set up the 2 gas cards. So you could do this all in one day. You could do this all while we've been on the live stream, honestly. Yeah, you could do it all on the live stream. Honestly, it don't take long at all. But this is just the foundation, right? That we're gonna kind of build out, in a later live stream. I'll really dig into tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, how to get out of each tier, and kind of do that in about 120 days. It could take a little longer because sometimes you got to spend a certain amount. The more you spend with these vendors, the better chances that you can get into the higher tier trade lines. But great question, Ms. Diane, and congrats to you for taking action and wanting to start your real estate journey, man. Salute to you. My guy K Smooth said, do BP gas cards do a hard pull? No, sir, they do not do a hard pull, K Smooth. This is no PG, no personal guarantee. Now, one thing to keep in mind though, K Smooth, good point. Some of the gas cards do a soft inquiry. So WEX is one of the banks where they'll do a soft inquiry, but not a hard pull. It's no PG. So you don't have to do that. Ms. Jennifer said, I'm applying for BP or Fuel Plus. I will go for the MasterCard, Jennifer. So the BP solutions. Hopefully you can see that. Now, one thing I didn't mention about the BP is if you see up here at the top, well, actually it's on this side, you can use the BP MasterCard for gas and fuel maintenance. So you can get tires on your car, right? I talked about that on my I think it was the second live stream on the channel, the one that's an hour. So on that live stream, I talked about the fact that you can not only use the BP MasterCard for gas, and you can also use it for car maintenance. So if you need to get tires put on your car, if you need to get oil changes, tire rotation, spark plugs, tune-ups, you can use it for that as well. So just keep that in mind. For those of you who say, I don't want to put up a deposit, well, you're getting multiple, you don't, with the BP MasterCard, you never have to go to the pump. You can use it at the auto shop. So yeah, that's good point. Just good question, Miss Jennifer. They report to all 3. So Pilot J is dope. I think Pilot J is another one you can definitely get. Reports to all 3 business bureaus, but just keep in mind it's a net 7. It says I pay $39 a month for them to report a net 90 with the $5,000 limit. Okay. That's pretty dope, Illmatical. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. I skipped some stuff. My guy say thanks to you. Nah, bro. That's all you, man. You took action, bro. You took off like a rocket. Like you just was out of here, bro. Like as soon as we linked, man, my guy down in Georgia, man. I got to get down into Atlanta, man. I'm thinking, let me know in the chat what y'all think about this, man. This is just off the cuff, just off the dome. I know we've been rocking for an hour strong. What do y'all think about? Let's do a meetup in like Atlanta. Let's do one in, let's do one in Charlotte, of course. Charlotte, Raleigh. I want to do some meetups, right? Where we just come, we talk about this stuff, we talk about SBA, we talk about funding, and then we can fellowship. Let's do it like a a small local business, right? We'll do it at a local spot. So somewhere in Atlanta, for all my people in Atlanta, let's do it at a local spot. Let's support a small business. My LA people, I'll come out to LA and do a meetup, maybe San Diego or the Bay. Chicago, gotta come to the Chi, New York. I'm thinking we're gonna do New Jersey, New York. We'll do, back-to-back meetups, New Jersey, New York, you know what I'm saying? And then of course Miami, you know what I'm saying? Favorite city in the world. Or maybe Tampa. But what y'all think about that? What y'all think about like a meetup tour? Y'all let me know in the chat. Would y'all be down for that? Like top of the year, top of 2021? We do like a little meetup tour. We maybe hit Memphis, maybe hit Chicago, DFW, H-Town. Come holler at JB. JB got to tell us where all the dope spots in Houston is. I know about the Turkey Leg Hut. Trust and believe. But what y'all think about that? What y'all think about a meetup, man? Y'all down for that? ATL? That's right up the road. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. Virginia will tap in with VA, Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Holler at my guy Chris Jefferson. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a tour, meetup tour. Maybe not wintertime though. Maybe, yeah, we can do winter. We'll be inside. My guy JB said, I feel like this group about to take off soon. 100%. Let's get it. Okay. Is that the Facebook group? Yeah, we out of here. All right, my man Kenneth said, just like A to B on linking the bank account, but they do not report at all. Yeah, man. Yeah, I personally, yeah, bro. A to B, I ain't even mess with them, bro. It's unfortunate, man. What's the link to StreamYard? For whatever reason, Facebook family, y'all got to come over to the YouTube stream to get the link to join. Actually, let's do this. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I'm really the GOAT, y'all. I said that in my Instagram story today. I said I'm really the GOAT. For real. I am though. I wasn't joking about that, but I really am the GOAT. But that's neither here nor there. Let me see if I can put this in the Facebook. Let me see if I can bring y'all on the live, because we got people in the room we finna bring on the live. So definitely cam up. Make sure you got your cam on, and let's do some live Q&A, man. Let's chop it up and help each other get some funding. What I'm gonna do, I am live. All right, boom. What's up, OG? Jay, city is lived there for 25 years. All right, so Facebook, I just put the link to join StreamYard in there. So I can't see y'all's names, but the link is in the Facebook chat. So you can join the stream from Facebook, okay? All right, so we're going to get to a few more questions. K-Test got put on my Pops Navy Federal as an AU for 4 months. Do I open up a separate account with them? Yeah, I would just, K-Tex, if you're already a member of Navy Federal, I wouldn't open up a personal account. I would just open up your business account. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you got your articles of organization, your operating agreement, and you gotta put $100 in the account. So that's pretty much that. This guy is wonderful. I don't know who said that. Dang, man, y'all going ham in the chat. My bad. We got Rev coming up, man. We gotta get the Rev. See what we're gonna tap in with Rev. Dang, man, y'all going ham. Cool dude. Once I get bank compliant, yep, absolutely. I got the 9 for Uline and Quill. Do I need to tweak some things on my business profile? Yeah, Jay Will. I would say let your trade lines report. You got the BP MasterCard, you got the 2 NAV accounts. I think you already had you had another net 30 that reported too. Uline, the thing with Uline, and we're gonna touch on this real more in depth when we talk about how to build our tier 1, tier 2, how to get through that whole gamut. But one thing to keep in mind with Uline, if you get denied and they make you pay up front, usually if you make 2 orders in 30 days, on that 3rd order, you should get the net 30. So that's something you can try, Jay Will. But I would say for right now, let's, remember what we talked about. Let's focus on personal credit right now. We pretty solid on the business side. We got you bank compliant. You set up with Opus. So I wouldn't worry too much about the net 30s at this point in the game because we still got some stuff we got to do on your personal credit. All right. The city I lived for 25 years. My guy Kenneth, what's going on? ATL, always repping. Baton Rouge. What company is Illmatic43 talking about? I think he's talking about the Pilot J. Pilot J. All right. Miss Jay Will said we can meet up. I'm trying to support. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna definitely hit ATL. If I don't hit no other city, we definitely going to Georgia for sure. I'm gonna go ride by that big ass stadium y'all got, man. The thing is like 4 blocks. Atlanta stadiums like take up like 5 blocks. Wex lets you split your limits. Yeah, they will let you do cross corporate guarantee, but the one thing about that, Albert, is now you got 2 gas cards with lower limits, though. You see what I'm saying? So I guess it just depends on how much they give you on the first gas card. So if you got like a $5,000 gas card, yeah, you can split up 2,500. They ain't good. But if you only got 1,000, 500, you know what I mean? Miss Diane said she down for Cali. So we're gonna do Cali, we're gonna do Chicago, Houston. We're gonna definitely tap in with Houston. We're gonna definitely tap in with Miami, ATL. Y'all know I'm coming one way or the other. Meet up at breakfast at Barney's. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Miss J said, Fuel Man asked me the PGs, but I gave the shell card. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that, Jay, but I think you're saying that you gave a PG to Shell and not Fuel Man. I will have to get some clarity on your comment. Danielle said she down for ATL. James said Tampa. Yeah, man, I'm thinking Tampa. I don't know about Miami. I've been to Miami, South Beach, man. Wow. Shout out to my OG Lamar. What up, OG down in South Florida. I think we're gonna have to hit both, man. I gotta tap in with my OG. Salute to my man Lamar down in Florida, South Florida. So maybe we do Miami and then Tampa, or maybe do Tampa and Miami. I don't know. We'll figure it out. For sure. That's definitely a move. Yeah, ATL, Jade. I know you down there in Georgia. So yeah, we definitely tapping in with Atlanta. That's probably stop number 1. We will meet at a black establishment. We can do that. I'm down for that. I know they got the members only club. I think that's what I saw on EYL. Y'all help me if I'm wrong. I don't recommend A to B. Whoever this is, I wouldn't go with A to B. I would just stick to the ones we talked about tonight. I need some help getting my website right. I'm stuck. I would check out Fiverr, James. So I would check out Fiverr. Just type in, website, WordPress. You could get a website for pretty cheap, maybe 100, 200 at the most. If you already got a website, you could probably get somebody to go in there and make some tweaks. But I would check out Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. All right, y'all. Are y'all going ham? I'm gonna bring up my guy Rev, man. We're gonna bring in Rev. Let the people know where you tapping in from, and we'll get into some Q&A, man. How can we assist you, my brother?
What's good, man? What's good?
What's going on, man? I know you down in help me if am I wrong? Is that Florida?
Florida by way of Trinidad, man.
Got you.
Yeah.
What I said? I said Haiti. My bad. Right. Trinidad, bro. My bad, bro. I messed that all up, man. Oh, man. What's going on, Rev?
I rock with you, brother. The sad thing about it is I think I found you a little too late.
Well, I mean, hey, it's never too late, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late. But
backtrack and do some cleaning up. So
I see what you're saying.
When I started my journey, I didn't know about the Opus and the other virtual office. So I registered and started postal. So
okay.
I started with iPostal, but I think when I first registered with the state, I did my personal home address. Then I found out about iPostal, so I made the change at the IRS and with the state with the iPostal address.
Right.
And moving forward, all of my Net30s account had the iPostal. So I have my screen in front of me. I have probably about, people gonna laugh in the chat, but that's all right. I probably have about 15 to 20 accounts. Everything you've mentioned, everything you mentioned, I think I have.
Got them all.
But
Okay.
I think about it, when I pull my report, I only have 6 Dun & Bradstreet account, 1 Experian, and 1 Equifax.
Okay. Okay.
I called them. I actually spoke to them today, a NAV representative, and he said due to privacy and safety concerns, they can't tell you which account is which on the report. You have to kind of sort it out by the amount to try to figure out what it is. So
yeah, so and that's a good point. See, the thing with NAV is basically it's not the raw data, right? So it's basically like a snapshot, so to speak, of the business profile. So
right.
normally, and see, I subscribe to the actual paid Experian service, and what that allows you to see is, and I'll probably see if I can share my screen, but it'll give you like the last 4 digits of each account that's reporting.
Okay.
So that way you can kind of match what's
Match
what.
it. Right.
But one easy way on NAV, and I'll probably put a list in the Facebook group. But if it says like financial services, typically that's going to be the gas cards.
Okay.
So like if you see like on Experian, if it say like financial services, that's probably going to be the gas cards more than likely. And then if it say like bank card, that'll be like Chase or Citi or one of your your business credit cards. And then Uline, typically it'll say packaging. That's how you know that's Uline.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
this is my question. Maybe you could help me out here. So like I told you, I think I have pretty much everything that you've mentioned. All the from I have the NAV. I have 1 NAV account. I have the Build the Booster account.
Right.
Fine Quill, Business T-shirt Club, Sunbelt Rental, Advance. I have it all.
Okay.
But they're not reporting, so I really don't know who's not reporting. So could that be the business address is affecting that?
Yeah, because one thing what happens sometimes is let's say you use a home address for the shipping, right? Like say for instance, if you order something on Uline and it ships to your house,
right?
And let's say the invoice goes to your postal, your business address,
right?
You essentially created 2 profiles. So when you go to Experian, like I'll pull it up and see if I can share my screen. But what you can do is when you go to let me do Google. When you go to Experian Business, it's gonna say with trade lines, and you'll see sometimes you'll have 2 profiles on Experian Business because one address may be for Uline, and then one may be for like you may have like a bunch of trade lines that was reporting the home address as the business address.
Right.
If that makes sense. So what you may have to do is combine those files with Experian. So let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on 1 second. Because that's probably what you probably just got 2 profiles for each address. That's what I'm assuming. So you probably got a profile with all your vendor accounts. So I'm gonna pull the screen up. Let me see if you can see the screen. Because what essentially happens is when you let me see. Let's do this. When you pull up,
is that Experian you're on?
Yeah, I'm on Experian Business. So smallbusiness.experian.com. You see right here where it say with trade lines, right? This is a company I have.
All right, I got my Experian report in front of me from NAV. So I know it's not the raw data, but
I would say use this when you go to so type in yours in this smallbusinessexperian.com.
Okay.
And just see when you pull up when you type in your business name, if it shows 2 profiles. That's the easiest way, because you'll see it there. Because when you type in your business name, if you have 2 profiles, then you'll see 2 of them. So you'll see where mine says with trade line and all that. You'll see it'll show where you have 2.
So would I contact Experian and ask them to combine it?
Yeah. So just telling you want to merge the reports. You know what I mean? And then you should see the ones that's on that second profile pop on the main profile.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Second question for you. So, I have 80 paid score. I have 80 paid score.
Yep.
Because of the limited trade lines, I know that my Equifax is at 422, and my experience at 31.
Yeah.
So I'm still using some of these trade lines, waiting to see if it'll report. I'll probably give them and see. But you were talking earlier on the call about the second NAV account, which is it still beneficial to do that now still?
Nah, because I mean you got a paydex score. You know what I mean? Because you got about, you said 5 or 6 on the DNB.
I'm looking at my done right now. I got 6.
If you can swing the one, I think it's 149 for the quarterly.
Right.
If you could swing that, then yes, I would say it's beneficial because it will give you another trade line on Experian. Even though you won't see it in NAV, it's there on the profile, like I say, on the raw data. So yeah, if you can swing the 149, but if it's like because you already got scores, I think what your issue you may have ran into where you haven't merged those profiles.
Right. It's just being and all that.
Yeah, because once you merge them, then your score on Experian should shoot up. And then the thing about business Equifax too, you got to realize a lot of that is heavily weighted on personal Equifax too. So a 426, you in a good spot for Equifax. Yeah. So because most of the banks that pull Equifax, they most of the time it's gonna be like auto dealers because they have what's called like a PayNet score, which is based off your business Equifax, which most times is gonna be auto vehicles, Ally, Ford, all of them. Some of them pull Equifax business. Banks that pull Equifax business, you got BB&T, who else? Some of the credit unions. So 426 is pretty solid, I would say, for you. Let me ask you this: what's your overall next 90-day goals for business? Are you looking to get out of tier 1 or 2? Or
so that would be my next question. So I don't know if you remember or not. I know you got a lot of people you talk to. I
remember we had a call.
Yeah, we had a call. So I did what you said, and I went ahead because my personal credit side is pretty strong.
Right.
So I went ahead and PG'd on the city business card into the city family.
Yeah. So it's good. So like the city, that American Airlines, I think that's the one you're talking about. So it reports to Business Experian and Business Dun & Bradstreet.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good that you got that one. I would say that one, I don't know what the limit is, but maybe max it out one good time. And the reason why I say that is because the difference between business and personal, like on the personal side, let's just hypothetically say that was a $10,000 city card, business card.
Yeah.
Now, a personal city card, the utilization is, let's just say it's $10,000 and you use 1,000. Right. So you only use 10%, which is good on personal. The way business credit works is you only get credit for what you use. So let's take that same $10,000 business credit card. Let's say you max that bad boy out for like $9,500. Let's say you go and put down on a property, you're doing a fix and flip or whatever. You put $9,500 and then let's say you pay it off in a couple months. Now you just use $9,500 on the business side. So let's just say you start adding the Sunbelt Rentals, Uline, all the other ones. Let's say they small amounts, $50, $100. Now you spent $9,500. So now your business has $9,500 in a quote unquote available credit to use, because you only get credit for what you use. You don't get credit for having a $10,000 business credit card. It's only what you use that they
use it. Okay.
Well, so that's good.
That was our goal, because once we opened it, they you have to spend a certain amount in the introductory to get these bonus points.
For the bonus.
Anyhow, So, but this is not like a net term, right? Because this is a business.
It's revolving.
So I can
because what happened is like what I did was when I got married in April of this year, right? So what I did,
man.
appreciate it. So what I did was you know, some of the food on the trip, I kind of turned it into a halfway business trip. So I could spend on that city card. Cause I had just got it, man. I had maybe had it like a week or two. And then no, I had it for a couple weeks, but basically I used it one good time, you know, and then now what I do is I just pay it in full. But that's why I said that first good time I put about $1,500 on it, right? I didn't max it out, but I put a good amount of spend on it. And then now on Experian and DMB, it shows that I have I think $1,400 that I've used across all my trade lines.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good if you got that one. And that's a game changer because, like I said, that one reports to business profile.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's good. You got that.
So that's a little segue into the other question I had for you. Is the business side like personal side? So in about 3 to 6 months, do we have to go out and request like a limit increase, or do they do that automatically?
Sometimes they do it automatically. If you don't see a limit increase in like 90 days, so let's just say the limit was 10, and then if they automatically bump you up to 15, then sometimes you don't have to request that. But I would say every 90 days, just ask for it, and that's even on the net 30s and stuff too. So like the gas cards, like the Synchrony gas card,
right.
Ask them for an increase. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, every 90 days.
Somebody else got to get on here.
Nah, ain't nobody. I don't think. I think they scared, bro. I don't know. I put it in the chat. I don't know what's going on, Rev. I put it in the chat, man. I don't know what they got going on. But
so I don't know if you mentioned this or not. But the fuel man, the representative reached out to me, and she was like, I see you spending very conservative. Do you want to spend some more? She's like, you can use this for vehicle maintenance, for anything you can use.
Right.
So that was cool. So I got the fuel man, I got the NTB, I got that running. But I think that's what I'm saying. I think I found you too late. We got that on business, but you said that doesn't report, right?
Which one is that?
The Amex, Amazon Prime Amex.
Nah, the Amex doesn't report the business or personal, which is kind of good because if you max that bad boy out,
right,
it ain't. I mean, it's kind of the strategy.
They give us a super high limit, but then when I got with you,
Amex gonna always give you a high limit. Like I had my first Amex was the Amex Gold. I think I had they started me with like 20 grand. I think I got it up to like 60. So Amex gonna always give you a high, starting balance once you get approved. That's the beauty of Amex, because you can max them bad boys out, but it just don't report. So it's kind of like use it. You can still utilize it. You just you don't get the trade line per se.
Right. So then what's the next step from here? Because I think this might be another live, or because I rock with you every week. Going to get lines of credit with the bank. That's what, tier 3 or that's tier 2?
Yeah, so we're gonna get on that next week. But essentially, that's really a good question. So next week is the step 5 in the whole process, because today we built the business profile, right? We showed everybody how to build, and then step 5 is where you actually start reaching out to banks.
Okay.
Once you got the business profile established, it makes it a little bit easier for banks to kind of look at the business profile, look at your personal credit, and then make a real decision on what they can offer you. So that's why I always tell my students and people, one-on-ones, the revenue is going to really determine what you get in step 5. If you don't have any revenue as a startup, then you maybe have to start with the business credit cards, get those cranking. If you're doing a Turo or whatever, you may have to, pull some money off one of the cars to put the down payment on that first vehicle, second vehicle. And then once you bringing in some money, then step to the bank. But and I know in your case, you bringing in money, you got revenues. So what you want to do is you want to go to Google, right, and pull that top SBA lenders list. And I think I put the one in Florida in the Facebook group. So you should see that. You should see it pinned in the announcements.
All right.
So what you want to do now, you built the business profile, right? Your personal credit is intact. We won't have any issues going on there. Now what you want to do is you want to start making relationships with different banks based on what they offer. So that's when you had that conversation with them and tell them, hey, this is what I got going on with I think it was the daycare, right? That was one of the businesses.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Property
management. Property management. That's correct. All right. So what you want to do is say, hey, maybe, I've been in business X amount of years, and let them know you're looking for working capital. That's the real lingo behind it, right? Because banks don't really understand, like, hey, I need 100,000 so I can go buy this apartment building and flip it. And, then I'm gonna get this 4-unit and I'm gonna live in one, and what I'm saying? Like, they ain't really trying to, do that. But if you say, hey, I'm looking to cover, some of my short-term gaps in accounts receivables, I'm looking to get some working capital. Really, that's really all you really looking for. And then when you're having those conversations, find out, do they offer 0% interest cards? We're gonna dig into it a lot deeper next week, but just start having conversations with them. And what you'll find is that some banks are more favorable for the type of business you're in, and some are not. So some are more better for trucking than real estate. Some love real estate and don't really like hair salons.
So what I heard, and maybe you can clarify this to me because you've been in this game a little longer than I have.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that you can't really, seek funding or anything like to the SBA until you actually, have tax returns and stuff to show.
Sometimes they'll do it with if you got a strong business plan. I say about 3 to 5 page business plans, because that's one of the things I work with my SCORE mentees, right? Because I volunteer with SCORE as well. One of the things we kind of work, because the SBA is the they essentially fund the SCORE program, right? And so one of the things that I know that the SBA looks at is they look at revenue. And then they also look at the type of business you are in. So they are particular because they have different programs. They have the 7A program, they have the 8A program, they have microloans, and then they also have 504. Now, typically the microloan program, you have tax returns for 1 year.
You have to have tax return, and you have to have some type of asset.
Right. That's right. So but then again, like I said, that's SBA. Now, if you go to one of these local banks or credit unions and they have a program, like one credit union here in North Carolina that I got approved for, help another client get approved for, they just want personal or business tax returns, either or, right? So you may find that you have those banks or those credit unions that are flexible, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the beauty of that top SBA lenders list is, because they lend SBA money, but they also have their own money to lend. You know what I mean? So they may have a program that they may not even advertise on their website. Like I found that bank just by driving around. Where was I going? I was going to a grocery store for my wife. So you just kind of gotta, maybe once or twice a week, stop in the branch. Once you call them up first, kind of just get a feel. Hey, I'm just looking to find out what programs you offer, and we'll dig into the script next week on how to actually step to them and have a conversation. But once you have that conversation and you say, hey, okay, this is a cool bank, I think I'm gonna rock with them. You go in, and then you can have a deeper conversation once you're in the branch and let them know that, hey, what if I gave you one? Because essentially, there's basically 3 programs. They got what they call full doc, right? Where you need 2 years bank statements, 2 years tax returns, personal and business. They want business statement. They want everything: your blood type, your child first born child, and all of that, right? So that's kind of being pushed to the side. And then you got low doc. That's where you're starting to find more and more banks are wanting to see at least 1 year tax return, 1 year bank statements, not a whole lot of documentation. And then you got some that do no doc, where it's basically, hey, it's stated income, you submit the application, and then they'll let you know if they need any other paperwork, right? So that's how that credit union I was telling you about here works, is they will essentially submit the application for a certain amount, right? And then if that amount, they have a threshold. So if that amount is over 50,000, then they will need paperwork to submit with the application. Anything under that, they don't need the paperwork. See what I'm saying? And that's just one bank. So you just kind of got to, go through the list, kind of find banks that got those programs, and they got them in Florida, trust me. So,
I know.
Yeah. So that's what I would do, is just kind of start having conversations with the banks. And because like I said, the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, Typically that take a lot more time. That's why this whole what we talked about today can be done in, literally I think JB did it in like 45 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then boom, you on to the banks. Because
Yeah.
you don't want to spend a lot of time. Like I talked to one person on the strategy call. They had been paying someone and they had been building business credit for almost a year and a half.
Oh,
and I was like, damn. But it's because sometimes you get those trade lines, you don't use them, they fall off. So you want to get through that tier one as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is your take on these fintech cards and stuff like that? So I know I got approved for the was it the
Divi.
The DV,
Mm-hmm.
the DV card. I got a pretty high limit on that. But do they report anywhere or?
Nah, they don't report, but they basically like an Amex charge card. It's a net 30.
Yeah.
Doing 30 days. Now, the one thing about Divi, they yank from your bank account too. So
yeah, set it up that way, right?
Yeah. So I would say if you rehabbing a property, let's say you about to rehab a property, and then if you're doing a fix and flip per se, it would be good for something like that. Or maybe if you're a trucker, you want to pay for your gas, and then truckers usually get paid every week, so you basically pay for the gas up front and pay back on the Divi card. It's one way you could use it, but I like Divi. I mean, like I said, they approved me. They gave me 20 grand. I just don't like the fact that when I use it, they yanking the money out of my business account.
Take right away.
Yeah.
They don't report
like that.
They don't report. So yeah.
Yeah, they don't report, but that's not necessarily a bad thing either. Because like I said, tonight we just covered probably about 10 gas cards. We gave everybody a pretty solid, list of trade lines. So, it's to me, it's going to depend on your goals. Like some people come to me and they want to get tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Some just say, hey, look, what do I need to do to go in the bank and get, $50K in funding? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the two routes you can take with this whole thing. But either way, doing it this way allows you to streamline that. So you're not, in a rut, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Well,
man. I appreciate you tapping in, man. And definitely, like I said, next week,
yes, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna really dig into that whole how the steps to the banks and really, have those conversations. So definitely tap in.
Yeah, I'll be here with you, man. I'll rock with you.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Rev. Salute, man. Appreciate you. All right, man. So yeah, man. Y'all see this stuff works, man. My man Rev is ready to get it popping. Back to the chat. I'm over here paying Granger right now. I'm like 3 days later. Oh, JB, no. Man, you got to get it together, my brother. Man. All right. Illmatic, which company you talking about? I think you talking about Pilot J. Damn, A to P don't report. Yeah, man. A to B. Yeah, they some crooksters, y'all. All right, let's see, man. Who want to come on the chat, man? Let's see. My guy Santana say, with no personal credit pool at all, would it be reported to DMB, Experian, and Equifax? It'll also boost your business credit. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, Santana. K-Tex, you're very welcome, my brother. When you guys are saying net 30, do you need to pay the invoice in full in 30 days? Yes, William. So that's what the net terms mean. Whatever that net, the number is due in full in that amount of time. So again, like we said, the fuel Flying J is a net 7. So it's due in 7 days from when you use the card. So every 7 days, you'll get an invoice. If it's a net 14, every 14 days, you'll get an invoice. If it's a net 30, every 30 days, your invoice is due. So good question, William. My guy said salute from Providence, Rhode Island. Okay, Rhode Island checking in. Jay said, no, sorry, I have the Shell card with no PG, but Fuel Man. Okay, yeah. So yeah. It's a hit or miss, Jay. Honestly, you on a roll right now. You got a lot of good, solid tier 1s. I wouldn't really worry about the gas cards. You know what I mean? If you got Shell, let's rock with Shell for a little bit. Maybe use it a couple times, get it reporting, and then maybe circle back to some other ones. Because I know you're trying to build out your tier 1. So we probably want to at least get you about 5 to 8 on tier 1 before we move to tier 2. comfortably. Now you can do it with 5, but comfortably I would say 8 is good. James said, got you. JB, you got to pay in full 10 days ahead of time. Yeah, 7 to 10 days is ideal, JB. So, man, you got to get it together with Granger, bro. My guy said, let's see. Does this caller think this is his show? Come on, Prez, man. This is everybody's show, man. We here as a family, as a community, bro. Need help? Just started my legal journey. Got my DUNS number, no scores. Hey, Trucking Trap Witch. Definitely hit text free. Text the word free if you're still on the live or you're watching the replay. Text the word free to 980-825-4360. Let's get on a quick strategy call. It's absolutely free. We can help you kind of build out this whole strategy, help you, navigate it. Make sure you're not making any mistakes. Make sure you're doing everything correctly. You've got everything set up properly. It's 100% free. You do not have to pay for this strategy call. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is text the word free to 980-825-4360. All right, so JB, do you have to pay quarterly for the NAV business loan program to show up? No, you don't. You can pay for it monthly, but I recommend doing it quarterly. So then in 30 days, once we hit that 80 paydex, right, we can get rid of it. So you don't need to keep 2 NAV accounts. You just need the 2 to jumpstart the strategy. But good question, JB. I did it quarterly, had 85 paydex score in less than 60 days. Boom. There you go. Less than 60 days. I need to get where you at. Nah, James. I'm going to definitely tap in with why don't you like eCredible? I personally never seen eCredible report, Prez. I have not met anyone who said eCredible reports, bro. So that's why I don't like them, because they're expensive for one. They like $50, $60 a month, and they don't report. That's just me. I mean, if you like eCredible, much more power to you, Prez. I'm not telling you don't get eCredible. I'm just telling you they don't report, bro. So that's what I would say to you next time. Been sipping on some. Jay Willie is getting lit down in Tampa in the building. What up, William? What up, William? Let's see. My man William said wintertime, do Tampa, St. Pete, Houston, Vegas. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe we'll do that. Wintertime, we'll do the South. We'll do Florida because it's still mild. So maybe we do Tampa, South Florida. Go holler at OG Lamar. And hell, we can maybe even do Orlando or Jacksonville. We can make it a whole Florida tour. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the fam, LP, Lake Placid. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LP. Maybe we do a Florida tour and then we do a Texas tour. Maybe we do it that way, William. We do one state at a time. So maybe we do a Cali tour, we do San Diego, we do the Bay, we do LA, maybe we do New York, maybe we do Bronx, Queens, Jersey, DMV, Baltimore, Maryland. I'm open to suggestions, man. Y'all let me know. It's for the people. I'm just gonna pull up and give game wherever we go. So of course, Charlotte, y'all know I got y'all. That's not even a question. What's the Facebook link again? So it's Business Credit Builders Group, Press. So it's Business Credit Builders Group on Facebook. If you type that in the search, hit the request to join. Just make sure you fill out the entry questions. We've been turning a couple of people away because they're not filling out those entry questions. And for those of you that are in the Facebook group, if you invite someone to join, just please give them a heads up to fill out the questions so we don't have to turn them away. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. JB, you might be good though. Remember, it's just to get the 80 paydex. Oh, y'all having conversations in the chat. That's what I'm saying. I need that link to join too. Are y'all talking about the Facebook group? Y'all tap in and let me know. Y'all talking about the Facebook group or the live stream, man? I put the link to the live stream. Let's see. What else we got? Man? We're going to wrap this thing up. We've been rocking 2 hours. Don't have Facebook, but going to create an account. Now, it's all good. It's all good, Jay Will. Let's see. Jay Will say he got two Let me know I'm in. All right, James, definitely will, man. I know you down there in Tampa, bro. We definitely got to tap in with Tampa, man. Y'all got to let me know some good spots down there in Tampa, man. South Florida. I know they got the good Caribbean spots in South Florida. Miami. That's a no-brainer. Little Havana, all of that. Little Haiti. I got to come tap in with Miami, man. It's been too long. But yeah, man, this was good, man. If y'all got any more questions, man, put them in the chat. We're gonna wrap this thing up before we get out of here. James, you say you need a strategy call. Just text the number 980-825-4360. Text free to 980-825-4360. We got you, my brother. Our team was ready here and willing to help you out, man. Help you get some business credit. So tap in with the team and let us know how we can help you, bro. We're here for you. William said, but how does that affect the reporting though? I don't know what's going on. I'm all the way lost. I'm in the dark working and listening, right? JB in the zone, man. I don't know. Let's see. Rev said you were on the money, brother. I had 2 profiles on experience. Yep. See, so there you go. Sometimes what happens is when you use 2 separate addresses, whichever you use for the shipping address, that's the address that they're gonna report to the bureaus. So that's probably the issue that they're running into. But you can merge them, Rev. So just call them. They should be able to merge them. That should be no problem. OG, what up, OG? My boy Lamar down there in South Florida. Hey, OG, we definitely got to do a Miami meetup, bro. We got to do it. The people want it. I'm thinking Tampa, then Miami, then maybe Orlando. I don't know. Y'all, I'm here in Carolina, so I'm with wherever we got to pull up to. Y'all know the spots in Miami. We just gonna show up and we gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come drop them jewels, but definitely OG. If y'all not following my OG Lamar, man, he's solid. Salute to my guy. Always there for me, man. That's my big bro, man. So y'all tap in with OG. But I think we got to do a meetup in Florida, OG, South Florida. Maybe we do it in Broward. I don't know. I don't know the logistics of Miami like that. You know what I mean? I just know Miami is beautiful. I just know Miami is whoo. Whoo. That's all I can say about Miami. But yeah, definitely we're gonna do South Florida. We definitely gonna do South Florida, whether it's Broward County or Miami-Dade. We definitely gonna do Miami. We definitely gonna do that, man. So again, let's see. Let's go through the questions. SS says I have 3 AUs on my personal credit. Can I remove one of the AUs that doesn't have as long of a history than the other 2 and add another one? Typically, SS, I don't recommend more than 2 AUs per profile. Personal AUs, I wouldn't have 3 on a profile without. Let me say this: I wouldn't have 3 AUs without having at least 8 to 10 personal accounts in your name. All right, and then like I said, in 2 weeks on the live stream, we're gonna cover that. We're gonna show you how to set up structure your personal credit, right? Because remember, we're going in sequential order. So this is the 5-step process. Next week, we're gonna talk about step 5, and then we're gonna get into some personal credit. But I personally wouldn't put 3 AUs on your personal profile if your goal is to get funding, personal or business. If your goal is to get funding, I would not put 3 AUs on your personal credit. That's just me though. But to answer your question, if you have 3 AUs and you remove one that doesn't have as long a history, then add another. Nah, I wouldn't add another one. I would just leave the 2 that has the longer history, and then leave it be. Start adding those primary accounts. Primary accounts is what you want to focus on, SS. But great question. Yes, sir. James, appreciate you, man. My guy JB. JB, so the Facebook group is Business Credit Builders Group on Facebook, bro. So tap in there. My guy Victor says I'm gonna have to run this back, Mr. Most of it. Yeah, man, definitely run it back. It'll be up, forever and ever and ever. So definitely tap in, man. And remember, Victor, we here every week at 8 p.m. Eastern, bro. So if you want to tap in, I'm gonna start doing that more often. I'm gonna start bringing people on the live stream. I want you guys to come on the live, chop it up with me. Let me know about your approvals, where you are in the process, man. Because remember, this is a family, it's a community. It's not just me that's getting the approvals. I'm here for y'all, man. So if y'all not getting approvals, then I ain't doing my job. I'm here for the people. My OG with the rocket ships. We taking off, OG. Better believe it. We taking off. Let's see. Drop the Facebook group again. So the Facebook group is Business Credit Builders Group. Business Credit Builders Group. Let me put the banner down below. It is Business Credit Builders Group. So if you look down below, Business Credit Builders Group, CBCA Network. All right. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. We're going 2 hours strong, man. It's about time to get up out of this thing, man. I was able to get Uline, Dell, Quill, and Sunbelt. How do you feel about Spark Business Card? Spark Business Card is good, JB. I think it reports to personal, though, so don't max it out. But Capital One, they tend to give big limit increases. So they may start you small. You may get 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. But once you take care of that for about a 90 days, then you'll get a 10, 15, 20 increase. So just, use it responsibly, use it good. Don't max it out. You really can't max it out because it reports to your personal credit too. So just, play it smooth, JB, and you'll be good to go. Net 30 accounts for new business. So Ty, that's a great question, bro. I like that name, man. Ty the credit guy. That got a ring to it, bro. I like that name, Ty the credit guy. Shout out to Ty the credit guy, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to this guy. He looked like he doing big things, man. I salute to my brother, man. Ty the credit guy. But to answer your question, net 30 accounts for new business. We just kind of basically went over the whole 80 payday strategy, Ty. So I would suggest 2 NAV accounts, right? We covered that in the live stream. Set up the 2 NAV accounts, the business loan builder plan, the business boost plan. Set those up on the business loan builder, I say on a quarterly payment. Set up the business boost plan on a monthly. Okay, so set those 2 up, and you can go to 80paydexcheatsheet.com and get the actual cheat sheet, right? It takes you through step by step. So you can go to 80paydexcheatsheet.com. Okay. And then so you want to do that, Ty, and then what you want to do is you want to get 2 gas cards, right? So we covered the 2 gas cards. I'm not sure exactly where you are, but I'm gonna just assume you in the South with a name like Ty the credit guy. I'm gonna assume you in the South. I may be wrong, but you can get the BP MasterCard if you're in the South or the East Coast, or the ARCO if you're on the West Coast. So if you're on the West Coast, you want to get the ARCO version, okay? And the ARCO card or the BP MasterCard, essentially either one of those is first gas card I would get. And second gas card I would suggest you get is the Fuel Man gas card. So 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards. All right. And then you could either add Summa Office Supplies. You could even add Uline, Quill, Grant, any other typical ones that most people talk about. You just want to kind of get that out the way first. Somebody said, what is an AU? They mean authorized user. So piggybacking on someone else's personal credit account. Okay. Authorized user. That's what that means. So basically, if you had an American Express personal card and you added me to the card, I would then be an authorized user, right? Now, if your goal is to help somebody with credit per se, like my wife is an authorized user of some of my cards. I'm an authorized user on one of her cards. So it can work to your advantage when you have a player 1, player 2 situation. We combine Amex accounts just because we spend and we get points. But now we're converting more into cash back cards. So that's just, something to keep in mind. Vic in Orlando, what's going on in the O-Town, man? We definitely got to tap in with Orlando, man. Beautiful city. My guy said a real deal. Y'all, these gems he's dropping his money shot. Appreciate it, OG. Salute to my guy Lamar, man. One of the realest in the game, man. Hands down. Rev said I'm down. Let me know when you come to Florida. I will, Rev. We definitely gonna link, man. We definitely gonna link when I get down there to Florida, man. I'm thinking we're gonna do like a Florida tour, man. So maybe we'll do Tampa, Maybe we'll do Orlando, then round it out with South Florida, Miami, Dade, Broward, one of the two. Fort Lauderdale, something like that. We're gonna definitely tap in with Florida though. GRA, is that Granger? AG? Very welcome, Makai. Very welcome, Makai. My man James, thank you, bro. Appreciate you booking your strategy call Friday at best. That's what it is. AG, when applying for business credit, can a freeze on your personal credit get you denied? It can, AG. Most times, if you get denied because you got a freeze, most times what they'll do is they'll tell you to lift the freeze so they can do a soft inquiry. So you can't do a soft pull if you got a freeze on your personal credit. So most times, I would say lift it before you apply, and it's going to depend. If you're going for like gas cards and stuff that we talked about tonight, then yes, you can leave the freeze on your personal credit. But if you're going for like a Navy Federal business card or like a BB&T Visa or Bank of America, yeah, you're gonna have to lift that freeze, bro, because they're gonna ask for a PG. That's just no hands, no ifs, ands, or buts. New Life said, if I max out my credit card and pay it all before the due date, is that a good or bad? Yeah, that's good if it's personal. Now remember, New Life on the business side, utilization really doesn't affect funding, because remember, business, you only with business credit, they count if you pay within the payment term. So as long as you're paying early or within the 30 days, utilization really plays not a big factor. Now in the beginning it will, because you won't have a lot of trade lines, but once you get about 5 or 6, utilization really doesn't come into play at all. New Life. Edward said, what's up, man? What's going on from the Chi Town? Tapping in, man. Love the Chi, man. That's my favorite city, man, by far. Well, I don't know. Atlanta. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. Shout out to ATL. What site would you recommend I get a business phone number from? I like Freedom Voice or Ring Central. Opus is good too, because Opus will also give you a local phone number, a 1-800 number as well, and a fax number. So you can use Opus. I'm not sure what that is in the Facebook group. You can use Opus, or you can use Ring Central or Freedom Voice. Freedom Voice is going to be the more affordable option. But Opus, like I said, for $99, you get a local phone number, fax number, 1-800 number, and a physical location. So you can pretty much get everything you need to be bank compliant out the box. AG, very welcome, my brother or my sister. I'm not sure who AG is. You're very welcome. New Life, very welcome. Great advice. Thanks. You're very welcome, man. I think that's it, man. I don't know if y'all got any more questions, man. We've been rocking for 2 hours straight, man. It's 10 o'clock on a Wednesday evening, man. We got 46 people in the chat, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. I love y'all. I'm here for y'all, man. Definitely make sure you take advantage of those free strategy calls. Again, if you have not booked your free strategy call, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you hit text the word free to 980-825-4360, 980-825-4360. Tap in with me and let's get you some funding. Last question. Let's get some last questions. The title got me here. All right, Luis. Well, we appreciate you, brother. Hopefully you stick around. Hopefully you learned something tonight. Hopefully you got some clarity on something. Let's see. Do you put local or 1-800 number on the credit app? I would put the local number, SS. I would put the local number. Because remember, we're always really dealing with local banks and credit unions. Now, as far as like a national vendor, you could do either or. But for local banks and credit unions, use a local number. Great question. Miss Diane, yeah, much love is indeed. You very welcome. Very welcome. Coach just said, yes, sir. Thank you, King. You very welcome, bro. Tap in with me next week. Okay, Ty, the credit guy in STL. I gotta get to St. Louis, man. I think I've been to I never been to St. Louis. Have I been to St. Louis? I can't remember. But yeah, Ty, we need to set that up, man. We need to set that up, bro. We need to come out there to the STL, Nellyville. or I don't want to say Nellyville, but Nelly, one of my favorite artists. So shout out to Nelly. What's the number again? So it's 980-825-4360. Luis, you just text the word free to 980-825-4360. All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Last questions. What we the shared spaces? What we the shared spaces you name? Oh, so what were the shared spaces, Makai? I like Regis Spaces. Okay. So Makai, remember we talked about that in week 2. So 2 weeks ago, live stream, step number 2, we talked about that. Also like Opus, but remember you want to make sure we're not with Opus. They use the iPostal mailbox locations. We want to stay away from those. We like Opus, and then also Venture X. Now, Venture X is kind of new, and they're not in every major city. So I know they're in Chicago. I know they're in New York. I know they're in Maryland. I know they're in Florida, Georgia, Texas, but they're not everywhere. So Venture X, you kind of is hit or miss on where your area is. Okay. But yeah, those are the 3 I like. Venture X or any shared office space, honestly, Makai. Any shared office space, and then Regis Spaces, again, and then Opus Virtual Office. So those are the 3. We share and yeah, that's I just answered that. Yeah, man, Bree, shout it out, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button, man. Heart it up, man. Smash the like button for a brother, man. Help the content get out to a wider audience. But yeah, man, we've been rocking. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes. We've been on this thing, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Hopefully, y'all got some value from this content tonight. Thank you again. I love you guys. We'll be back next week. We're going to be talking about step 5. Step 5 is reaching out to local banks and credit unions. We're going to run through how to reach out to them, what you need to be saying, how you need to be presenting your business, everything of that nature. Okay. So Crystal said, can I have more than one business using the same address? Yes, you can. But one thing I would recommend is only apply for funding one business at a time. So yeah, you could use the same address for 2 businesses, though. You can definitely do that, especially if it's like an office suite or office space, or if it's like a building that you own, like a hair salon that you bought. Yes, you can run, if you got a tax business and a hair salon, you can use the address for both or something like that. But when you're going for funding, kind of do it one business at a time, because you want to kind of make sure you take your time, make sure you're getting everything, your ducks in a row and things like that. But yes, you can do that. She said you said you're going to get 1,000 students. Hey man, that's the goal, bro. 1,000 business owners, man. That's the goal, bro. Hopefully 2,000, man. Louise said, great question. Yeah, I mean, you can do it. You definitely can. Crystal, just I would say do one at a time. Start whichever one is bringing in the revenue. Start with that one. If they both bringing in some revenue, then you gotta decide which one you want to fund first. Because you can do them simultaneously. Like you can get 2 business credit cards for each business when you go and open a business bank account. But you just kind of want to figure out which one is the priority. I would say focus on whichever one is the priority. So you're very welcome, Miss Crystal. You're very welcome. Truck and Hustle YouTube will put you on. Okay. I gotta check out Truck and Hustle, man. I checked out the podcast. I haven't checked out the actual YouTube channel, so I'll definitely check that out, man. But yeah, it's 2 hours strong. Hopefully this content was valuable. Hopefully you got something from this tonight. Remember, next week we'll be back 8 p.m. Eastern time. Same bat time, same bat channel. And we're going to be talking about step 5 in this whole how to get $100,000 no personal guarantee series, okay? So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Remember, sign up for the free Facebook group, Business Credit Builders Group, CBCA Network. If you need help in building out your business credit, getting access to capital, or just got questions on how to set things up, right? If you didn't catch the live stream while we're here, you can always text free to 980-825-4360, 980-825-4360. Text the word free, and we'll be back next week, same time, 8 p.m. or actually maybe a little later. I got some stuff to do next week, but we'll be here Wednesday next week. I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know the time next week, but we'll be back and we're gonna be rocking. So y'all stay tuned. Be blessed. Go out. Let's get this funding. Let's do this thing the right way. Let's take the right steps. Let's not make shortcuts. Let's not make excuses. Let's execute on the information. That's all I ask. There's no charge other than hitting the like button, right? That's your cost of admission for the live stream. But just go out and crush it, man. Go out and execute. Go out and get this funding and do the right thing to help, start your business, fund your business. Start your business, grow your business, or fund your business, right? Whatever that may be. And let's get it, man. We'll be back next week. Also, in the comments, if you watch this on the replay, let me know about the tour, man. Tap in. Let me know where you at. If you think we should do a tour, I'm thinking we should do a state tour. So we should do like a Florida run, a Texas run, Georgia, Tennessee, Cali. Do something like that, man. Maybe even hit like Portland, Oregon, go to a Blazers game or something. Something, man. We're gonna get to it though. All right, well, we out of here, man. We'll see y'all next week, man. Again, salute to everybody who tapped in with me on the live stream tonight. Everybody in the Facebook group, thank you for being a part of the Facebook group. We appreciate you being a part of the community. And we'll see you on the next one, man. We out of here.